Jonathan Macri of Knicks Film School, and the Bulls are not a good team. So what was your take on the Knicks' effort in the second night of a back-to-back after that emotional win at the Garden on Saturday?
Yeah, their effort was just barely good enough to pull this one out, and they are very lucky the Bulls are not a good team, and more than that, a team that is not having any interest in winning basketball games right now. Look, I get it was the second night of a back-to-back. I get it's a long regular season, 82 games, long time. But here's the thing. You have your captain, Jalen Brunson, coming out in interviews recently talking about we need to nail the intangibles right if we're going to do anything this season. So I look at a game like tonight as a chance to prove, like, hey, we have some of that intangible stuff down. I didn't really get that sense. That said, this team is in a dogfight in the standings with the Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers, so every win matters. And ultimately, they got the job done, which I'm going to take solace in that.
Yeah, it seems kind of unusual that we're still trying to figure this team out since they've been together for a while. But, you know, Karl-Anthony Towns, I guess we're still trying to figure him out. He goes for 28 and 11. What have you seen different in his game in the 3 outings since the All-Star break?
Yeah, I thought this was one of Cat's best games of the year, and the thing that I see differently is he's shooting the three. This is a player who everything he does offensively is generated off of his ability to stretch the floor. He is 9 of 16 from deep since the break and 8 of his last 12. A couple numbers for you. The biggest one for me in this game was he took 9 attempts from deep. That's his second most of the season. And we're talking about a player who, again, has really all of his offensive performance comes off of that threat, that spacing threat. He was only averaging 3.2 three-point attempts over his previous 10 games. I think if he gets that three-pointer going like he had it tonight, you're going to see more plays like we saw in that highlight where he pump fake, drove, got the easy dunk. It all starts with the 3 ball for Towns, and then everything else rolls off of that.
Speaking of the 3 balls, we saw in the highlight, this was a 3-point game with less than a minute to play when Mikal Bridges drilled a 3 in the corner to give the Knicks some breathing room. Jonathan, how badly did Bridges need that 3?
I don't think I'm overstating it. I think he needed that 3 as much as anyone on the team. Look, it's been a long journey for Mikal Bridges, an interesting, strange journey at times since he got traded for 5 first-round picks. And I think he continues to wear that around his neck, fairly or unfairly. And then when you have a guy like Landry Shamet, who is clearly within Mike Brown's circle of trust, on the court ahead of Mikal Bridges a lot of the time. Here's another number for you. Mikal Bridges, all of last season, played below 31 minutes only 5 times. He's played below that number in 10 of his last 15 games, including tonight. He hit 31. I think that there are other players on this roster who Mike Brown feels a little bit more confident in, Landry Shamet being one of them, and Jose Alvarado, the new arrival. So Mikal Bridges needs to get his play up to his normal level if he wants to stay out there on the court, closing big games for the Knicks.
No doubt about that. But, Jonathan, here's the tweet at 8:49 Eastern from one Jonathan Macri. Did Mikal Bridges miss the flight to Chicago? Obviously, he made it in time to drill that big 3. Hopefully, he makes the flight to Cleveland, where they'll play the Cavs on Tuesday. Jonathan, thanks for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.